At George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. Getting ready for a little more spring training baseball. And Juan Soto certainly always attracting autograph seekers. Look at Juan. Kind enough to sign for all the youngsters. As we welcome you to Yankees spring training presented by Montefiore Einstein. It's the Yankees against the Phillies from George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. This game going to be slightly delayed, a 1:25 first pitch. As you can see, the tarp is off, was on a few moments ago. We'll take a look at today's Kia pitching matchup. Carlos Rodon going for the Yankees. We know every start he makes is going to be one of interest leading into this season after what he went through last year. Matt Strahm goes for the Phillies. And as we said, we're slightly delayed here, a first pitch time of 1:25. You can see the ominous clouds in the area, so the tarp was on the field for a little while, was just pulled off, and so the field just going to take a little bit longer to get ready. But Ryan Ruocco, Jack Curry, Justin Shackle with you. Jack gives us a chance to talk about today's starting pitcher, Carlos Rodon. Now, for a player who certainly has a lot of established major league success, there's a higher level of attention on his spring training starts than maybe he's been used to in a while, simply because of the year that he's coming off of.
Yeah, 2023 was a struggle. He has acknowledged that. He has talked about that. He has spoken about having to come out this season and be a much better pitcher, be someone the Yankees can rely on. They signed him to a 6-year, $162 million contract before the 23 season. Last year was a failure for him by his own admission. So what do you do to change those things? He came to spring training earlier. You can tell he's in better shape. He wants to change around those numbers that we're showing you right there, an ERA of almost 7. This will be his 4th spring start. We'll get into this a lot during the broadcast, Ryan, but I thought there were some encouraging signs in his last start, especially with the velocity on his fastball. That was up. And then the other part of his game, mixing it up a little bit. He's been a fastball slider pitcher, and that has been his recipe for success. That didn't work totally in New York last season, so what do you do differently? He has talked about really working hard on that cutter, and that is something he said he's going to be working on today against the Phillies.
Well, you know, you bring up that last start and the encouraging signs from it. Let's take a look at that last time out for Rodon and what you like, Jack, about what you saw.
Yeah, it was a 4-inning outing against the Red Sox, and you saw some swing and miss from him, which was a positive. You see the 3 strikeouts. He did give up the 1 run, and that was on a home run to Tristan Casas. He didn't face the Red Sox A team, but he faced the batters who the Red Sox brought, and you have to go out there and you have to figure out a way to have a level of success. I mentioned the velo. Ryan, in that game, his fastball averaged about 95. He maxed out at about 97. That was with a couple of extra days rest. Previous outing, he was about 2 miles lower in his average fastball and about 2 miles lower in the max on his fastball. So he's searching for that velocity. He's talked about it, and he told Meredith that some of the changes he made before that start were just some mechanical things about moving down the mound more efficiently. He said with those changes, he thought he was able to find the velocity he was seeking.
And Justin, I know you got a chance to speak with Matt Blake about Rodon.
Yeah, Ryan, Matt Blake told me that he wants to see Rodon follow up and build on from that last start where he had more crispness and more velocity to that fastball. He feels Carlos has overall done a good job keeping his delivery together this spring, which was a priority for him. But Blake also told me that with Rodon's pitches, fastball command, it's getting the slider where he wants it to with 2 strikes. And as far as the secondary pitches, the changeup and the cutter, it's where Rodon will work those pitches in to hitters. Blake wants to see how he's able to apply those extra parts to his arsenal that he's been building on. And he told Carlos, get in a rhythm. See where they fit as he's attacking hitters instead of just featuring those pitches.
That's an interesting concept, Jack, right? That it's not just about, hey, I have to throw this pitch. I need to make it a part of the arsenal. No, where does it actually fit within a sequence in a place where you feel like, hey, it can be a weapon. You're not just showing it for the sake of showing it.
It's the art of pitching, right, guys? It's about not wanting to take away from your strengths. His strengths are fastball slider, and we showed the numbers earlier. he threw fastball slider 90% of the time when he was that pitcher in 21 and 22, but now he's been forced to make some changes. Our John Flaherty and our David Cohn have talked about, sure, fastball up in the zone and a back foot or a backdoor slider. When that system is working perfectly, Carlos Rodon has shown he can be incredibly successful that way. But when that is not working to the level that you need it to work, as Justin just talked about, okay, where are you working in that changeup? Where are you working in that cutter? And not just throwing it for show, but throwing it because that's the pitch you think is going to help get you an out, get you some weak contact, or at the very least, remind a hitter that, wow, he threw me a cutter there. I was sitting fastball on the outside corner, and he came inside with a cutter. So you're putting that thought in the hitter's head.
All right, plenty more on Rodon throughout the afternoon. Once again, we have a slightly delayed start, a 1:25 first pitch. We have a little news on Aaron Judge from Justin on the other side of this break here on Yes.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Playing in Yankee Stadium is the best thing that could ever happen to a ball player.
It's a huge honor to put this uniform on.
World champions.
Back on top.
This is the Yankees being the Yankees.